All right, guys, this is Emmett again, the Alpha Builder. Just over here on this site here, guys. We're kind of looking at it, kind of getting an idea of what we're going to have going on here. You can see where the excavator he done took all this right here out, man. So we got about 3 more days of work on this right here and getting rid of dirt. And we'll have this bad boy beat down. We'll be ready for footings. Okay. So I want to meet the homeowner before we start doing footings and things like that. I want to meet them over here, and we got a couple of things we got to discuss. Just make sure we're all on the same page. I don't like to get too far ahead of them. I like for them to have a good idea of what's about to happen and what's going to happen. So it looks like here, yeah, we're gonna have a oh man, our little retaining wall may come out, maybe 6 feet right here. We may have to have a retaining wall to come all the way around here. So we got that. We got what we got here. I don't know, I don't think we quite, we're almost 10 feet. We're almost 10 feet. We might be 8 feet right there, so we got to get a little bit more out. I'm leaving that alone over there, guys, because I don't want to have to fill that in. We'll let my guy who does the wall dig the footings over there, see how we're going to go over there. Of course, we're always thinking saving. Now, actually over here, too, as well as over here, guys, we also, this is not going to be a daylight basement. This is going to be this basement right here is going to be underground. But we may get over here. You see how it kind of slopes down? It starts to kind of slopes down, going down right here. You guys can see this right here. We may be able to get a window right over here. So we can get a window. Well, that's in the garage. That ain't gonna help us now. I don't know. Don't look like we're gonna get a window in the back. So what that means is, that means we may just, I can go ahead and order my window package. I already know the color that they want, but I can go ahead and get the window package. So those are the things that you want to try to start paying attention to. We still got a bunch of roots over here that got to be moved. One thing is, there's a busy road behind us. I think the homeowners want to take these trees down, but that's what we're going to talk about. Because if you take those trees down, there's a bunch of trucks. There's like a gas service station or something over there. So you got a bunch of 18-wheelers to come in, and then you got a road over here that service this little street over here. Got a lot of people going to be driving in and out of that road there. So, you want to have at least a natural buffer, a barrier between them and your house, especially in the backside of your house. But this right here, bad boy, is coming along really good. We're not going to hit any rock over here, guys. I can go ahead and say that it's just not going to happen over here. You guys can see right here where we didn't touch this right here. This is the main level garage. So I didn't touch this right here. We let that right there sit there so that we don't have to fill in. We don't have to fill in as much with gravel. Instead of 10 loads of gravel, I probably can get away with hopefully 4 or 5. Well, it'll be about 5 loads of gravel. So he's also getting this pad right here ready, which is I think we were able to use some of the dirt. We got to get a pad because we're gonna have a driveway that service this other road over here, which would be really good. So we'll have a driveway over here. So we'll have an access over here and an access over here. Oh man, that'll be really nice, guys. I tell you, that would be a really nice. You got an access. You can just keep driving and in, access this road. You almost got a road within your land. All right, and also, like I said, guys, I'm still amazed. These things right here, these are some bad boys right here, man. I tell you what, this thing right here. Jeez, look at this. These things right here can make you a lot of money, but they're very expensive. I think I had the numbers wrong. He said these things about $275,000 to $300,000 new. But those are the new ones with the air conditioners and things in there. But they make them now. You have all kind of electronic gadgets in it now, like, you know, GPS and all that kind of stuff in it that'll help you with grading. I'm surprised they eventually have these things, with the self-driving stuff. You'll be able to just cut these things loose and they'll be able to do all the grading by themselves. You pull up the map on the computer, just do it by itself. You just have somebody out here watching it. Maybe. That's what's fixing to happen. So guys, you see I got my silk fence right over here. So I got that here so that this is where my field lines are gonna be. I'm not gonna mess with that, but now we're gonna have to come back in the end. We gotta do a final grade. So we'll come back in the end, we're gonna take a lot of these trees down in order to put the field lines in, because you can't put that into the root system. So we'll do that as well, guys. So, we may wanna wait, if we decide you wanna take these trees down, we may wanna wait till we do that, because we're gonna have to clear some trees out for the field lines anyway. But this right here, we are gonna have to, the main level can be gravity fed to the field lines, but the basement is gonna have to be pumped. So that's one thing we're gonna have here, guys. He kind of sprayed out the house right here. Then the next thing I would do, guys, is I would have so a couple different things going on here. I'm gonna have my my surveyor, before we do anything, I'm gonna have him to come out here and restake the house to make sure we're meeting all the setbacks. I don't want so before you get your footings guys to come in, you don't want to have your footing, the guys come out and do the footing. Don't just come out here and say, well, we're gonna put it right here. Nope. Let your surveyor come out here and stake the house corners. And your footing guy should be able to do all the offsets, but let him come out here, and your surveyor, a license, whatever, license, register, whichever one it is, but they need to be licensed with the state that you're in, because what's gonna happen is once you get that foundation in, you're gonna have to turn that foundation in to the local municipality. Some municipalities don't do this, guys, but some of most of you Hoovers, oh boy, he got me. Well, I tell you what, that's one thing about here, man. These bees and stuff, and insects and stuff will get with you guys. Almost had a come part just then. All right, guys, but one thing that you have is most of the municipalities require a foundation survey. I usually call it a foundation in place survey, which means that the house, because the first thing you got to do, guys, when you build on a property, it gets turned into zoning or planning. And the planners are going to look at that house and make sure that it has the correct setback. So you're going to give them a plot plan. You're going to say, hey, the house is going to sit right here. They're going to look at it and make sure that you're meeting the front setbacks, the rear setbacks, and the side setbacks. The only thing we have is the rear setback that we have an issue with over here. We just got to make sure we meet that setback, because right now we're probably about 3 feet off of it, and you got to make sure. And so what these local municipalities are going to have you to do as a builder is they're going to have you to do a foundation survey, a foundation in place survey once you get the foundation in. And that's when you're ready to start framing. When you're ready to start framing, before you can start going vertical or start building that structure, that foundation has to get approved. And they're going to look at it again. The planner or whoever serves as the planner is going to go back to them. They're going to approve it, and then they're going to release it back to the inspections department. And then the inspection department will go ahead and start, they'll pick back up on your inspections. And that's the way it works. So that makes it to where you got to get these structures in the right place. And you don't want to play with that either, guys, because if you don't get that right, what's going to happen is you're going to have to go through the board of zoning adjustments. That takes about 2 to 3 months. You'll be in there about 2 to 3 months to get approval on that. And then you gotta come up with a reason why. And it can't be because you want it to. You gotta come up with, there has to be something like the property doesn't work well with you or something. There has to be something that won't allow you to do what you need to do on your property. And just you saying that you wanted it like that is just not going to be good enough. One thing that God, this right here, man, we on top of things over here, guys. We even got guys, you guys can see right here. I got my meter set. I've never had got a meter set this quick. So my subs, guys, these are the things that you want to go ahead and have in place. Go ahead and get all these things ready. You get your meter set. God, dog, well, I tell you what, everything's getting a hold to me. Let me just leave my glasses on. Frogs and stuff jumping around. I'm looking at. Well, next thing I see is a snake. So one thing you want to have is you want to make sure you got your. Hold up. Okay. Don't look like they got that thing. They got the meter set and it's on. It don't look like that thing is sticking in there no kind of way. It's in there. Okay, it's in there. Get all these things done, man. All your silk fences, gravel, your meter set, your porta pot. Guys, get all that stuff in place, man. You don't want your subs to have to stop. He got to go to the bathroom and he got to go to the next service station. That's taking away work from you. So, once again, guys, so this is what you want to see, man. We're a couple of days in on this right here. Maybe got about, I imagine maybe 3 more days left. I've already set up my footings, guys, and we'll probably meet out here next week. But I'd rather meet the homeowners out here before I meet the footings, guys. Make sure we all on the same page, guys. You can never have too many meetings with your homeowners. They need to be in the loop on a lot of the things. Guys, when these homeowners come out here and they start, when you serve as a builder and you're building their houses, it's a service. Now, I don't want them to expect that their service needs to be like Walmart or Burger King and have it your way. The purpose of you meeting with your homeowners is to inform them and let them have an understanding of what you're doing or what's your next move, so that they just need to be transparent. That way they're not guessing. Because if the homeowner's trying to figure out, well, when is somebody going to show up? And I'll tell you another thing that's really, really good that I started incorporating. I got cameras on my site, and I give the homeowners the passcode to those cameras. So, they don't have to call. They don't have to call me and say, well, what's going on? Is there anything going on? I learned this from one homeowner. He just convinced himself that my guys weren't showing up. And then one time I shot the feed of the guys out there, and he's like, oh, okay. But if they got access to my cameras, which I got it over there in that tree, they got access to the cameras, man. They can see the guys out here working, man. And then if anything goes wrong too, your homeowners can help you deal with these issues. Like somebody come in and steal some on the site, well, your homeowners are looking at it too. So I mean, that keeps more eyes on the thing, guys. Transparency is the way. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Comment in the section, man. If you guys want videos on different subject matter, different content, as it relates to residential building, let me know. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. And this is the way.